Hey there, neighbors and naysayers. Clint Finney again. September the 17th, I believe. Just moving the sheep into this field. The sheep have been through here, grazed it. The cows were through briefly to go to the neighbor John's over here a while ago, but this field was fed on 2, 3, 4 years ago. And it's really bounced back, really doing well. But I guess what I stopped here for the video for these ewes that were down here and lambs are actually going along and eating the horse nettle. They're not eating much of it, but they're eating in the patches where the horse nettle is, and they're taking a bite or two of the horse nettle as they go by. Kind of keeps that horse nettle in check, but also those patches around that horse nettle, the cows did not eat the last time by. So it's taller, still vegetative grass. There's a lot more quantity there for those sheep, so they're all kind of stopping at the patches where the ironweed and especially the horse nettle is. I tried to grab as quick as I could. There was a lamb there just hogging down horse nettle. So, you know, there's another one. They say it's poisonous, but obviously it's not, because they eat it and it doesn't kill them. So it's still a forage. I mean, I wouldn't want a field of it, but we are still getting some use out of it. So I think we're about to the point where we're getting to 1 whole month. We are almost to a point where we're on 1 whole month sheep and cows together. I haven't put any more thought into how I can do this year round, but we just turned the bull out too. He's about a month late, but he was lame, so we're giving him a test run 2 days, and the cows go through the corral, and if he doesn't, if he's limping worse in 2 days, then we can pull him out and go find another bull. I got one kind of lined up, just have to do it. But man, explosive growth here with the rains that we've got. Some of the other parts of the farm that were grazed later have not yet. I got some rain this afternoon. I was hoping for some more. They said we were going to get another shower about 5, but it doesn't look like it's going to materialize. If we could just get doses of rain here and there, I'd be all right. I know I've been playing with fire these last few years, getting through with this many cows. I haven't had to feed any hay yet, but I knew that hay was only a month away at times, and I'd like to get to a point where I'm not that way anymore. As long as we get rain and then we get the Amish farm fenced next year, we won't be in this position, but we are in this position as of right now. I think we'll have enough forage to get to November 15th. We'll have enough stockpile grass in among this that we'll get some of the fat steers grazed through and get early dates. Now, I haven't made dates yet for processing for next year, so I don't know when that will be. But that will determine how many of them we need to put through early and get done early. I guess to talk a minute just too about that. Just processing the steers. Got our first setback. Hanging weights were 600 and 500 respectively, steer and heifer. Good hanging weights. I would have preferred them to be a little fatter, but steaks coming home in the package, rounds or ribeye steaks look good. Good fat cover to them, good intermuscular fat. You know, what we see as show steers and fat steers in the feedlots, I don't believe, and I'm probably one of the only ones that has this thought, but I don't believe that's what we truly see as finished. That's way over finished. That's just beyond finished. Like this red cow that's right here in front of us, she's a cull cow. She has not raised a calf in 2 years, and you can tell it. Look at how fat she is. Look at that brisket and how fat, and that basketball she's carrying in the brisket. That's just way too much. All that's going to be thrown away. In the hog business, we used to have a saying, and I think Earl Kane coined this phrase. He said, "I hate fat. It costs money to put it on, and it costs money to throw it away." We want the correct amount of fat on a steer. We don't want an overabundance of fat on a steer. Same with a cow. You know, I want to put fat on a cow's back all summer long because I'm going to tear it off in the wintertime. She's going to get through on some pretty rough forage. But an overly fat cow doesn't breed, an overly fat cow doesn't have calves, and we run in the same thing in the hog business. This gray cow walking in front of us right now is probably about perfect. That's about where I want a cow to be. I maybe a little fatter going into winter, and she's got a whole another 2 months to go before she gets there, but that's about average of where I want a cow to be. That red cow, on the other hand, is too much, and probably this red cow here is just a little too thin for me. But like I said, we got 2 more months to put that weight on. So I wish I had a fat steer here to show you, but I don't. The only thing I got is heifers that have calved, and they're pretty thin at this point. But I think we too often put way too much fat on a steer. I'm happy with that. I would have preferred those steers to be around another month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe probably 3 months to put on some more weight. So next year, my thought was process them early to get the fall growth for the cows for stockpile. Next year, I hope that's not going to be a problem. I'm going to try to process more toward November, December next year to try to get them on that good fall growth for 90 good days before we send them down the road. That's going to be the plan and the model going forward. But also better genetics as we go forward too. We're really hoping this bull pulls out of it because his heifers are better, his calves are better, they're better weight, they're a more manageable weight, a more grass tolerant weight. This red cow is just too big. She's going to weigh 13, 14, 1500. That's just too big for me. The gray cow's probably still 1200, 1300. Still too big. There's a black cow in among there. She's probably about right size for me. She's about 1100, 1200 pound. That's good enough. I would like them even smaller than that, but that's what we can get. As opposed to the red cow, the Hereford there, she's probably only 1200 pound, but she should be 1400 pound, which is just, again, too big. So, and this is a 2-year-old heifer, 18 model heifer cow walking in front of us. Again, good fat cover. Where the heifer walking through here had her first calf this spring. She's a little thin, but I know she's cycling because I saw the bull mounting her the other day. So I know she's okay. Another good saying I heard years ago is skinny women get pregnant, skinny cows can get pregnant too. Keep the skinny cows that can get pregnant, because that means they'll get pregnant in any condition, whether it's good forage, bad forage, whatever. The skinny cows that get pregnant will make you money. So I don't want skinny cows going into winter. I don't want skinny cows to have to rough it through the winter, but if they're skinny and they still breed, that's okay. So with that, right there's a lamb just chowing down on horse nettle. With that, I'll say we'll see you next time.